So at his campaign stop in Wisconsin today, Donald Trump was talking about this Tenet Media issue where two Russian agents were charged along with Tenet Media and some of their employees about funneling money from Russia to back American content creators who were putting out Russian propaganda to the tune of $10 million. Included were people like Tim Pool. Well, this whole thing, Donald Trump comes out and says, well, here they are. They're back at it again. It's Russia, Russia, Russia. I don't know what it is about Russia. Why they keep blaming Russia. Well, Donnie, if it wasn't, a thing, Tenet Media wouldn't have folded the day after these charges came out. They're gone. YouTube looked at the charges and said these things look credible and closed Tenet Media's channels on YouTube. Different people who had contracts with some of these creators who may have even been unwilling victims, and I use that very loosely because yes, they were still putting out the content that Russia liked, but maybe they didn't know they were being paid by Russia. They just were putting out the same type of content. Either way, but they the whole thing is some of these other companies are like, oh, that person's connected. Nope, we're done dealing with them, and these contracts are going away. They're losing other endorsements. They're losing sponsorships, things like that. There's a lot of fallout. It's not a hoax. He wants to say it's a hoax and tie it back to the Mueller investigation in the 2016 election, where, if you remember, Robert Mueller actually said there was collusion. But because of DOJ policy of not indicting a sitting president, he wasn't able to indict Donald Trump. And then Bill Barr gives his redacted summary about, well, it really just kind of says this. And then that was where it was. And the media never really ran with it. It didn't become a mainstream story. It was buried and forgotten because, like everything else with Donald Trump, he creates a bigger scandal two seconds later and starts talking about something else that's completely ridiculous. And you can't keep up with all of the issues. So, yes, this Tenet Media thing is big. It is not a hoax. Donald Trump wishes it was, but more than likely, it is very real. As I've said in numerous other videos about this, Reagan Republicans should be mortified by Donald Trump constantly cozying up to Russia. But they, for whatever reason, seem to cheer him. And this isn't a good look. We will see how far this goes and where the eventual ties lead with the rest of this investigation into Russia paying off American content creators.